back, and we back, and we back, and we back.
So that was a lot, right? A lot to take in an hour. But before you get out of here, something we really want you to do is leave with some action steps. We want to consider some ways to build support around your work and supporting equitable and inclusive CS in your classrooms. So the first thing you can do is this. Find someone to help you with this work. That might be a coworker, a family member, a friend. Dedicate some time to talk to this person about your commitment. We've developed a lot of personal networks and cohorts of teachers that we talk about these things all the time. Andrea, Vanessa, those two guys are my sounding board. We talk about a lot of these issues and we think about what we can do in our work. And you guys can find a community as well. Maybe someone who's in this session today, maybe you reach out, make a friend, and you talk about how you can impact your surroundings. Next, set a weekly calendar reminder to reflect on your work through the lens of equity and inclusion. Use that time to journal. Maybe reflect on your drive home about your progress in implementing this strategy. Being reflective is very important, and it's going to increase your intentionality with what's going on in the classroom. You really want to think about this and say, this is what I usually do. This is how I usually teach this. But how does this really look when we have culture in mind? And when you think about other students and diversity and things of the sort, you may find that what you've been doing is kind of maybe just the status quo. And what you want to do is maybe improve it with culture in mind. And finally, you want to consider doing professional reading about equity and inclusion. This reading could be done on your own, or better yet, with a group of people to be able to discuss and process what you learn. Possibly a group book study. Maybe get with a team of educators at your school or in your district where you talk about this. One of my favorite texts right now that I'm reading is Algorithms of Oppression. Maybe check out something like Sophia Noble's book that talks about algorithmic bias. Just small topics that are really big things that you can talk about and help to improve your work as we go along. All of that to say, you guys have been an awesome audience, and can't wait to see you at our next session.